Hello. So I purchased Sonia G's squirrel crease brush and the liner brush when they were available back in, I don't know, November or December last year. And I've been waiting to unbox this. I will compare the squirrel crease brush, not pencil, crease one to the original crease one. I do also have the original pencil one. And then the smudger brush, I do not have the original of, so I'll be comparing that to whatever I do have. And hopefully that's helpful for you guys. So let's go ahead and unbox this. I've been waiting for a while for it. Look at these, they're so beautiful. All right, so let me go and get the crease one and pencil one. All right, so here we go. So here's pencil one, crease one, and then I also have these two from the Sunset Cranes set. So this is the smudger brush that was in squirrel hair, and this is the pencil brush. Just so I have a few different things to compare to. I don't have a lot that is truly comparable to these two brushes, which is part of the reason that I purchased them. They are, I think, very special. All right, so this is the new Crease One, and I have a feeling I'm going to have a really hard time telling these apart. The good thing is my original Crease One has makeup on it, so if you see sparkles, that's the original one. And so as you can see, these look to me to be indistinguishable. I was slightly worried that there just wouldn't be the quality of squirrel hair needed to remake this brush, but as far as I can tell, Sonia G always has the absolute best materials, absolutely impeccable. As you can see, they look very similar, and I do feel like with squirrel hair you can kind of see the difference in quality. Now I'm just talking about blue squirrel hair. I don't think I have any other kind of squirrel hair, but I have found with blue squirrel hair, if you see something that just like it looks like it has too much white in it, it's usually not a good sign. You want it to be a very nice, deep, dark color. So yeah, these are basically indistinguishable. I'll let you know how the new one, how it works, if it works the same way. And if it fluffs out the same way. I mean, this isn't a very fluffy brush, but the original one that I have, it does have a little bit more give than this is the new one. You can see how precise that looks on the skin. But again, this hasn't been washed or anything. It hasn't been used. And then this is, again, the older one. You can just see how less precise this is, how much more give it has. So yeah, but they look the same to me. If you have two of these, you're going to have a really hard time telling them apart. And that's kind of my hope here, is that I won't be able to tell them apart. All right, so let's go to the smudger brush, which I love Sonia G Smudger brushes. They're so, so good. And I was sad for such a long time that I didn't have the chance to get a hold of her squirrel hair smudger brushes. I have a few of the goat hair ones, and I love them. I haven't been using them recently, just with the different makeup styles I've been using. But this one's really, really, really nice. So let's compare this to the smudger brush from the Sunset Crane set. Oh my goodness, this has so much dust on it. Oh my gosh, that's so embarrassing. I tried to not use the Sunset Cranes brushes too much because they're just so precious, but then they end up sitting around for a bit. And you can see, so these have a different, these are slightly different. Okay, interesting. For some reason, I thought that these were going to be the same, but as you can see, the one from the Sunset Cranes is smaller, and it has more of a straight edge to the bristle, whereas the Smudger One is more domed. It's so interesting. Also, Smudger One looks to be a little bit chunkier overall. It's a little bit thicker on the side, but the tip on both of them seems pretty similar. I have a feeling these are going to work the same way, but I'll let you know if I notice any difference. I know I have 3 of the goat hair ones, and I can't remember which one's what, but I have at least one of the Smudger One and one of the Smudger Two, and I can't tell them apart. I have a feeling it's going to be the same way with these two, and the only way I'm going to tell these apart is just the handles. But I do like having these together, and I like having 2 squirrel hair ones now. So I can have one that's maybe a little bit less precious. So I'm very excited to have those. And you know what? I don't know. I don't know if I needed to get out the pencil brushes. I don't really have anything to compare those to. I was a little bit worried that the Crease One would come out like really, really stiff and be more like a pencil brush, but it's not. These two are very, very similar. So I don't think I'm going to compare it to the pencil brushes. And I guess this will be a really short video. So yeah, I'm really happy that I got these. While this was sitting around in the box, I was I was second guessing my purchase, thinking, do I really need another Crease One? Do I really want to pay, what was it, $40 for it? These are all very expensive brushes, and I've maybe been spending more than I should getting these. But the problem with a lot of Fude brushes is when they're out for sale, you kind of have to go and get them, and they go quickly. And for some of these things, once they go out of stock, they go out of stock for years and years and years, possibly for forever. And sometimes you can pick them up on a secondhand site, but usually there'll be a lot of price gouging there. Sometimes the quality that you receive secondhand is poor. I've had some not great experiences with secondhand sellers. I've also had some really great experiences, don't get me wrong. But you never know. And I've definitely been giving it a little bit to FOMO, but at the same time, I'm trying really hard to get brushes that I enjoy. And I'm still learning what I enjoy. So I know that I like squirrel hair brushes quite a lot, and I'm enjoying collecting them. Now, one other thing that I wanted to touch on was Wayne Goss has released his newest collection, which I believe is called the Collector's Collection. And I am intrigued. I don't think I would ever buy the full collection, or even most of it, but there are a few. There's a couple of crease brushes that I'm interested in. There's one that's called the Big Fluffy Brush, I think, that I am also interested in. And then there's a laydown brush that I'm interested in. And I've been waiting for other people to come out with reviews on them because Wayne decided to go with mixed bristles for all of his new collection. So the bristles are either a mixture of squirrel hair and goat hair or squirrel hair and synthetic, which is a really interesting decision, and I'm not sure if it's a decision that I love. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll probably end up getting a few from his collection at some point. And they do intrigue me. I really do appreciate that the ferrule on his new ones are shiny. I really love that. But they're very expensive too. And do I really need more brushes? You know, that's always the question. And at some point, I do need to go through and do a declutter and just get rid of things that I know that I don't love. And there's some things that I've known that I didn't love from the very beginning of owning them. So I need to do that. And maybe once I do that, once they go on sale, once I have um, other reviews that I can go off of, I'll probably pick up some of Wayne Goss's brushes. But one thing I do appreciate about Wayne Goss's the big collections he's come out with is they're basically permanent. Now, how permanent they'll be, you know, we'll see. That's always up in the air. But I appreciate that I don't have to jump on buying them, that I can wait, think about it. I do love that. That's something that I don't necessarily see with Sonia G's brushes. They can come out in very limited releases. So I really appreciate that about Wayne Goss's brushes. And if you have gotten any of Wayne Goss's brushes, let me know. I would love to know your reviews. Truly, truly, especially if you got the any of the crease brushes or the big fluffy brush or the lay down brush. Those are the ones that I'm interested in. And if there's ones that you're interested in, let me know, because I just love having conversations with you guys in the comments. I know I'm not always the best at getting back to them in a timely manner, but I always love our conversations there. So anyway, I hope this was informative in some way. I know this was a really short unboxing video, but if you have any questions on these brushes or any of the other ones that I have, let me know. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. I so appreciate you sticking around. And I hope I see you in the next one. Bye for now.